Welcome Exod 1414. Wiggles tentacles excitedly. I'm Grubby the Axolotl, and I'm so happy you're here. What fun plans do you have for today? Wiggles tail excitedly. Welcome, Brevit. Let's have some fun and talk about our plans for the day. What kind of adventures do you have in mind?
Hello, welcome back to Let's Make Secret Mana Minecraft. It's been a while. And welcome to the stream Xout and welcome to the stream River. Hope you guys are doing well today. So, as a little recap from kind of the last stream, because I know it has been quite a while, we finally got a more or less functioning Rabite to some extent. As of right now, they will track the player, but since they are technically baby slimes, they don't do anything. I guess they shove you around. You have a sore throat? Oh no. Sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better. Okay. Ooh. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. It's just not quite what I need it to be though. So I'm gonna have to do something here. I think what we'll do, there's a high chance I'll call in sick tomorrow. Oh. Yeah, you gotta rest up and feel better for sure. For now, I want to grab some signs real quick. We're going to make ourselves a little bit of a project board here. Oh, let's go with, sure, another right, that sounds fun. Which stinks because it's day 105 on my week. Oh, okay, yeah. Instead of being like towards the tail end. Alright, we're gonna put a project board 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just for temporary, so we kind of have some guidelines of what we're gonna need to do here. We're just gonna kind of place these all the way across here. I know I'm pressing the space bar and putting way too much in here, but I think it'll be nice to have this so we can kind of keep track of what we're doing. So, let's go ahead and fill it up. Just need a couple more signs. Yeah! So what have you guys been up to today? Hope you guys have been enjoying your weekend so far, or your week? I guess it's midweek, isn't it? End of the week? It's the end of the week. It's Friday. This is said it's day 1 of your 5 of your weeks. You work on weekends, huh? Tomorrow will be my day 104. Okay, so we got signs up. So our first objective is going to be, I guess, I think I need, your day was good. It took, oh yeah, I took a test and didn't study for it. Got 100%. That's awesome. For this week, yeah, okay. So you have different schedules every week. So so the Rabite needs to damage the player. We also need to hide the slime particles. I hope I spelled that right. Then we're going to need the code for the whole Rabite dying. So it clears everything because it uses display entity and slime. Because I think what I'm currently thinking for the damage part is I might do a second slime. I don't want these to be coded for the whole rabbit dying. Okay, and then we're gonna need a loot. table for the Rabite. We also want we want a trial spawner. Okay, put that down. To spawn the Rabite. Or Rabites, I guess it should say. So I guess I could have the loot be included within that as well. So I guess that could be from the Rabite or from the trial spawner, or potentially both. I'll have to consider that. Oh, right, we also need a clear Rabites when player... Oh. When the player leaves area. I can't get that full thing in there. Ah! So basically what I want to do is at a certain point I want to clear them all so that they won't stay there forever. Because I'm pretty sure with the way that's set up they might always be there. Though if they're slimes, would they despawn? Guess we can try that. Let's see what happens if I zip over here real quick. Will the Rabites despawn, or which would technically be the slimes? We'll try that and see what happens. Okay. I think this might be far enough. We'll see. It's a good test to do real quick to see if that's something we actually need to consider. Yes. The slimes have indeed despawned, leaving those behind. Okay. So that means I also need... I guess if I do this part where I make sure they're cleared, then there won't be anything left behind. So that should cover that potential issue. I'll go ahead and just for now, I should be able to do my code, which will do this one right there. Yes. So that'll clear all them. Okay. Is that everything I need as far as the loop of the mob? Let's see. So we need, just for functionality, we need them to deal damage, and we need to remove the particles and the sounds. Let's do, can I just do a slash in there? And sounds. I guess we'll probably want to add sound. Potentially. Or we could leave the slime sound. Those be good things to consider. I guess we'd need feedback on when they get hit as well, if I could do that. So I might need that as well. Feedback on Rabite. Oh, you added to it. Okay. Being hit. Thanks for adding to the community sub there, Exad. That's awesome. Okay. Is there anything else we need for a mob? Because we'll have a spawn mechanic through the trial spawners. We'll have damage if we get that sorted. And then we'll have a loot table for when they die. Okay, that also reminded me we need to stop slime drops so we don't get slime balls. So I guess I could probably just modify the... I might be able to just modify the slimes loot table, just like if I can disable it from dropping anything and then change it to something else. Okay, so that handles that. So the next step is we have a way to clear them. So basically the code for when they die plus this thing are going to be basically the same thing more or less, but have different triggers. So I have a way if they die to drop loot. Okay, that's good. And then clear them when they leave the area so they despawn. Though they are through a trial chamber. A trial spawner tends to keep mobs from despawning, so we might not even have that issue. Says hi to my sister. She's doing homework and doesn't want to be bothered. Oh yeah, hello. All right. Do you guys feel like there's anything else I'm missing for a mob? Is that music on? Alright, I forget. This is still in 1.21.5, so I don't have the music feature quite yet, so it might be worth turning on some music. Might need to do that. Should clear. Sounds about right. Okay, let me get some music going in the background here so we have a little bit of noise. It's not just completely quiet. Should we do this one? Go ahead and hit play for that. I'm going to keep that up. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good step. So our first step is definitely we want the Rabites at least doing damage. So that's the focus that I want to go for from this point on. So how am I going to... My simplest thought was potentially just making it a medium slime. Unless there's a way I can make the regular slime somehow deal damage. So the only problem is if I do the medium slime, I have to set it up so that it kills off the slimes. Conflicted on what to do next here. I guess we could test the medium slime, see how it goes. Alright, good luck, have fun. Thanks, Exod. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for dropping in, man. And thanks again for donating to the community sub pool there. Okay. So, if we want to test out the medium slime thing, we're going to need to open up our brain space and what it is. Thank you, Robert, for donating to that. It's awesome. Making a great progress on that. Does that actually show you guys the progress? Oh, and I forgot, did I... Oh, if he's tagged... Nope, it doesn't show it anywhere. It doesn't show it anywhere for me. That's kind of crazy. Okay, I need to open up Visual Code. Visual Studio Code. Which should, if I remember correctly... Do I have a thing for that? I can toggle it off and on. I need to reassign it. Okay. So let me go ahead and first of all get the project open. On the Rabite summon command. So I also need to go back into here, my sources. I have to reassign this every time. Doesn't like to pick it up for some reason, unless I need to like set an option potentially. Yeah, I'll just redo that. Okay, so that gets our code there, and we got tons of things on the screen right now. But we need this here. Okay. So as of right now, if I do a size 1 for the slime, let's just test that real quick. And if we reload it, and then we do our Rabite summon. And then I go into survival. When it jumps at me, it should deal damage. Yes, so that is technically an option we could do. So it doesn't seem to be doing what I'd wanted it to do previously, where it's not keeping up with the directional. Is it because... What did I do to make it follow before? Alright, it's going to be in my code. So it's going to be in my... I think that's the tick code. So I need to open that up as well. So let's look at that. See if I can find that somewhere. Not that one. No. Oh, no, this? Oh, it is this one. Okay, so do I need to consider the specific slime size? Because now it doesn't register, which is weird. It's working fine with the small slime. Oh, this is another thing that I found. I found a bug with my current setup too. I start leaving display entities everywhere. So there's completely invisible display entities here. I gotta figure out what that is. So I guess if I keep my clearing code done correctly, it will not be an issue. So if I do that, that's going to get rid of all of that, but then the slime will be here. Which we can just bop with the sword. Where are you? Yeah, so I'd have to worry about the fact that that spawns those. So, goodness. Well, that's like a simpler fix. If I could just simply add damage somehow. So let's go ahead and reset it back to the small slime. Because that is preferred, and I know that that's like fully functioning in the way I'd want it to. So we'll do a reload, and we'll summon it again. So now if I go to survival, it follows. So that's working correctly. So now I just need you to deal damage somehow. How do I do that? Because I already have a display entity. Maybe I could do something like run a damage command of some kind. I have to consider that. What could I do? Do I need to make a whole nother function potentially? Let's take a look at the code we have for the tick function. Yeah, so it's just gonna play that. What's the global tick thing as well? I need to figure out what that is. So I can try to understand what's going on here. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and say open file so I can have the where it's at. Okay, there we go. Do 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 do. This is the other function that I have running it in there. I'm not sure exactly why I have it in there. I guess that's to actually generate the display entity itself, perhaps, or maybe do a lot of other features. That's part of the block bench thing that I don't really understand. All this code is stuff that I've kind of pieced together myself. Do I want to have it just be part of this thing? I guess I technically could have it be if a player is close enough, it can deal damage. How would I go about doing that, though? So let's try something. Let's say, like, if I say execute, what can we do? Could we just run damage at nearest player, and we'll just say 1? So I could do something like that, maybe. So what if I were to just grab that? Oh, and now, actually, I need to make sure I do a range, though. So I'd want to do something like this and say distance. If I say just like 1, just as an example. Says no entity was found. Not sure that'll work. Let's just try it, though. I'm going to grab that. We're just going to drop that into this code and see what it does, just out of for testing purposes. Okay, let's go ahead and reload. Now if I go into survival, yeah, it's not doing any damage to me, probably because it can't identify the nearest player. Which is interesting. But actually what I should do real quick is I should try running that function as well, just to see what it does. Make sure it's actually still showing up, which it should be because he's actually actively looking at me. So if we look for... should be Rabite, so let's start with an R, so we have the autofill. Yeah, so I have that one. When I activate that, he should turn towards me if I remember correctly. It's not doing it because it's supposed to be following the slime, right? Yeah. Okay. So based on this command where I was doing earlier for the damage, what do we have? So all players, all entities, nearby entity. This is the nearest player, which I would think would work. Does it not like the distance that I tried to do? I need to add more to it. I can try 2 and just see if that says no entity found. Okay, if I do execute, or we just do effect, give at nearest player, I guess just blindness. So that worked because it was doing it based off of my location, because that's just how these commands tend to work. So I need to make it do this command based off the origin of the entities. So if I were to do basically execute at entity type slime, and then I said tell it to run damage nearest player, and then I put the distance in here and do 1, and then I say 1 damage. Okay, that might work. It doesn't seem to. Oh, sorry, I just realized both musics were playing. Okay, what do I do with this? Because this isn't working, right? I guess if I go into that, and I go right next to it, I'm not taking any damage. But if I were to say, what if I said, instead of just at player, at all players? It doesn't do the distance there. Oh, it's because, do I have to run the command based off a distance? Unknown error. Target. So it's looking for the target. If I just said me specifically and I said 1, that's obviously going to work. So I just do, oh, do I need to do it this way? If I say damage, entity type, I did player. Oh, do I need to do nearest? It's like nearest. 1. So that worked. So I could try something like that. Let's just go ahead and grab this code and drop that in there and see what that does. He's after me. New. Okay, so we're gonna drop that code in here and see what that does. Click save. We'll reload. Okay, so that worked to some extent. Obviously, I need to deal with that whole aspect of the range and everything, but boop. Okay. So at least it's doing mostly what I wanted to do. So now I need to see how I can modify that code to do range. Can I do range in here, potentially? Or do I need to do distance in here? I could. So if I go distance 1, and then do the comma. Let's try that. So I just need to add distance and 1. And then we put that in here, which is going to go right there. Then we do our comma and save it. And we can reload. Now if we go into survival, we shouldn't take damage until we get too close to it, right? No. The distance thing isn't working. At least not in that particular location, which is interesting. Okay. Okay, so that code doesn't even work like this. Okay. But I know this works. How do I add range to that? Does it have to be a distance from this entity? Execute at. So I could try the distance here. So distance there doesn't do it. So how do I do this? Knockout's here. Hey Knockout, welcome to the stream. I'm doing technical things, trying to figure out how to do stuff. How you doing today, Knockout?
Welcome Knockout 3514.
How do I do this then? Because this works. But it doesn't matter like where I'm at. It can work no matter what. This axe gives you PTSD from modded Lethal Company. Oh really? Let's see. Little Rabite friend. Can you give me the answers to my questions here? So I'm trying to do it based on a distance. I'm trying to execute it at. So I do execute it at the slime. One time the mod glitched out and we could hear the saxophone from everywhere. Oh really? So what little bit am I missing here? I'm missing one little bit of like syntax in this code to get it to work. I thought distance would work, but it doesn't seem to. What else do I have? I'm multitasking, so I'll be a little quiet for me, FYI, in case you ask me something and I don't respond. Okay, so if you don't respond, you're ignoring me. Got it. Distance equals that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. I could try that. So it's what? 1, 2, 3, is it? Or is it 2? It's 2, right? Okay, so that seemed to work. Does it work if I'm over here? Ah, that's what it was. Thank you, Brevert. Thank you, Brevert. You saved me brain difficulties for ever and ever. Okay, so now if I hit reload, we're all good. If we get too close to him, get smacked like a cactus. But do I want to have like a cooldown? I need to add a cooldown on it though, for sure, so you don't just get pummeled. Let's see, effect, give, steam, regen, forever. Okay. So how does one implement the cooldown? You can damage as a slime and then it will knock you back. Oh, like the damage type is a slime? Oof, he's feisty. I'll just go up here for now so he can't get us. Alright, you can damage as the slime and then it will knock you back. Okay. So like, I understand what you're saying, but I'm trying to figure out how to... Is it here? So I do a damage type as slime? Does it even have it here? Oh, there's different things. I could do like a player attack. What would that do? Do 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 do. What's that do? That kind of works. That is a damage type. You can just do like direct attack and then do, I think, at S. Okay. This works pretty well. Yeah, that actually works exactly how I'd want it to. Because like when he jumps at you, bop. Okay. But now what I need to do, I need to do one more thing within that code. Because what I need it to do is do the, what was it again? I gotta remember how to get into the coding of all the Rabite stuff. It was... There's like a very specific syntax I'm needing for that code, and I don't remember what it was. I think I have it in the summon game. Animated Java, that's what it is. Okay, so what I should have then goes function, animated Java, and then I'm going to need the attack thing, basically is what I wanted to do. You need to restart your PC? Sounds good. I needed to do the attack animation, which I have here? Attack play, right? I'm missing something though. Oops. What did I do for my code here? That'll help me remember. Oh, there wasn't anything specific. Oh, because I had to execute it at. So I probably need to have... Alright, so basically what I had to do is execute as the entity, and then I need to do the type, and then I need to have it be the Minecraft... It's a display entity, basically, right? Item display? Yes. And then I had to do the whole tagline. So what I should be able to do, actually, is go into this code, simply grab this, copy it. If I were to go into this thing... Oh, wait. I don't want it to do it every time, though. I need it to only do it when it triggers the damage. Well, I guess if I put it here, and then I did just attack, will that function? Okay, so now he's not doing anything. If he were to damage me, is he going to do the attack animation after he hits me? Let's see what that does. So I want you to do your attack animation. You're not really doing your attack animation. Okay. So let's do this whole... Actually, we'll just paste that in here and then do the attack. And I should be able to put this here. And it should execute the animation if I do it right, right? It's not doing it though. Oh, because it doesn't know which one to be doing it on, because this doesn't currently have that working, right? Oh, it should. Because what it should do, it should execute as specifically this item display, which I might be able to just do tag. I might not even need the item display, actually. What if I were to cut that out? Can I just run it off of this tag thing? Oops. Nope, not that. So we're able to just do tag and not have to worry about that. Okay, so that's doing what I want to do as far as code-wise. So I can actually, I think I can slim it down by not worrying about the tag part, right? Or the whole type entity, I can just do tag. So if I were to do that real quick, we'll save this real quick and we'll do a reload just to see if it's still going to continue to function properly. Yes, so that works. That reduces our code dramatically. That's a great addition, and I know I can execute things based off tag, which I should have known when I was doing the write effect initially. So how do I get it to do? So I can remove that. I know that much. Okay, so then what am I missing here to get it to do the attack animation? Oh, because that's probably why, because I added that. Attack, and then play. So it should just be that. Okay, that's why. My code was off, because I didn't cut out this part. And then I can do /play. And I can hit save, and then we can reload. Okay, so now it's got a problem now. I'm testing fan-made Among Us maps. Oh, nice. Okay. Alright, well, I know I've got it doing roughly what I want, but I gotta figure out how to only do this at a certain time. I really want to get the animation in there though, because it just improve its quality so much. Is there any interesting maps so far? But I don't think it's supported anymore. Oh, really? Okay. What could I do? What could I do? So, concept is... Wait, why did my music stop? Oh, it didn't stop. It was just... So, the submarine map was my favorite one. The submarine one. Wasn't that like part of the... one of the updates, I thought? Or is that a completely different thing I'm thinking of? I'm probably thinking of like an airship. Let's see. Because like technically, with this current code, it works because he bounces around as an idle animation, and when he attacks me, it's good. No, it was a custom one made by 5UP and a few other people. Okay. Technically, you do bare minimum functionality. I do kind of like how it bounces you around. And having it being the player attack too, it makes it like less damage than what the slime would have done. Okay. So, try to think through the logic here. What I need it to do is run that attack animation based on the distance of the player as well. So, if I were to put my code back in, and I want to do this based off of a distance, can I even do that? So running the function, oh, I could run the function specifically. Yeah, I have to run the attack animation on that. Yeah, there was some pretty cool fan-made ones, but some are kind of lame, or I don't know, okay, clunky. Yeah, that's pretty common for a lot of custom map stuff like that in a lot of games. Okay, and now I'm missing one more piece of a puzzle here again. Because I can visualize what I need done, but I can't like nail down the exact code I need. As far as I can tell with what I have right now, adding a specific distance activator to this doesn't work. Because I don't think I can just put it in there, right? It's basically... I need to execute it when it's near a player. I mean, even the two newest official maps were not my favorite, and almost no one plays them. Yeah. Because, like, are there still, like, some, like, really recent ones? Because I do remember, like, the really big airship that, like, you could go down into, like, the engine room and stuff. I remember playing that one, and I can't recall what the other ones are, but... Okay. What do I do for this? I just want the attack animation in here. But my brain don't know how to brain. Okay. So to do it based off on a distance, because right now, basically what I have is for that first set of code for the damage is it'll go to the slime, and it'll run the command that if a player is within the one block distance, it'll damage the player. I guess I would need maybe 2 potential codes, or I need like a check if the player's nearby, then do this. They had the airship, was way too big, and the fungus jungle. Oh, I don't think I ever played the jungle. It just isn't great. It's fun, but not really balanced well, I think. Okay, yeah. Okay. Do, like, if statements actually function within data packs? I don't know if I could do if statements. Are you aware if you can do if statements, Brevert? I'm not familiar with that. Let's see. Let's just, we can use predicates. predicates. Okay. I'm not too familiar with the predicates, so let me see about pulling that up. Let's see. Predicates, Minecraft, data pack. Okay. Okay. I think you can even do like if biome or if entity, etc. Okay. Okay, so it's if a predicate. Okay, you do execute if. Oh, right. I can do an execute if. Right? I can do execute. Let's just see. If I go down here real quick and I say, oh, I should fill it in here just to test it. If I say execute if entity, the nearest entity type player, then I can have it run this whole function. So what I'd probably have to do, I probably have to put that into its own function, if I understand correctly, because I can't do a triple line, if I'm pretty sure. So then I say, or can I? I don't know if I can do like a ton. Execute as, and I can put the whole, can I just paste that in there? Let's try that. Well, let me do this much. It will actually let me do that. I didn't think you could like stack, 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 stack. Okay, so if this works, that should work, but then I can add in the distance thing. And then I can do basically distance dot 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 1. So let's try this. See what that does. Get that in there. We could go back over here, get rid of our backslash. Oops. Let's see what that does. So we'll save that. We'll do a reload. And if we go like this, what is he gonna do? He's not doing the animation. So that code doesn't seem to... Okay, that worked in game. Oh, because, oh no, I didn't do the full thing. Okay, so that does work. Maybe I need to do closer potentially, or do like do 2. Let's try that. He's not detecting that he's near a player though. That's part of the problem. Because I probably also need the execute at. Blah, 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 blah. Well, based on my execute ifs, let's see. Let's look at that real quick. What options do I have again? Execute if, I can say biome blocks, entity, items, reload, and predicates. So the entity should work. So execute if entity. What are you doing with the right side of your screen? So the right side of my screen is Visual Studio Code, which is technically, it's a coding program. And that's what you typically use a coding program to put the code in for a data pack. And a data pack is basically lines of code that can affect the game. It's a vanilla modding basically added into Minecraft. That's lots of technical backend to the game. So what you're seeing there is the codes that I'm putting in for it to affect. So for like, as an example, the very first tag is doing where you see how he rotates. So the first line of code is telling him to rotate towards the player. The second line of code is saying that when he gets close enough, I take damage. And what I'm trying to do with the third line of code is I have an attack animation, that right there, that I want to proc when he gets close enough to the player. And that's the current part. I'm trying to get the right syntax, and the syntax is basically the proper grammar for code to activate what you want to do. If that makes sense. So if anyone in coding ever says something about syntax, it's because the language is not right. Excuse me. Okay. Well, I know this works within the game, but that means that this code is working because it's doing it centered off of my player. So what I need it to do is a very similar thing to the execute at. So can I guess if I just keep adding runs, right? So if I said execute, and then I said at the entity type slime, and then I said run, I could do that, right? Did that work? No, like it's valid code, but it's not doing what I wanted to do. Oh, do I just simply... Hold on. I think I'm adding too much complexity to this. I think I need to take out a middle piece somewhere. So let's start at the beginning. Okay, so we're going to run this command at this slime. When the command starts at the slime, we want it to basically run... We want to run a function. So do I just need to do this? I think I need to get rid of this part. So let's take all this out real quick. So that's what we want. We want to do that. Okay. So at the slime, it runs that command, but I want it to be based on the distance from the player. Can I do that within here? How did I do it before though? Because it's looking for... It wants me to run that command there. So can I do something? I do with? So I know that works because it's running the command at the slime. So I guess what if I were just to do that and grab this? Just out of experimentation. We're going to then grab this code. Go ahead, just highlight that all. I'm going to put it here, and we're going to test to see what that code does. Okay, so I knew it was going to break it because it's trying to run the damage code, or that code, but it's not going back. Okay. Oh, it's this one, right? Yeah, that's how I make it that code for now. Okay. Okay. I think the problem might be is I'm trying to swap between frames and I'm not going back to the other frame. So let's try something with that maybe. So let's tell it to do that. But then I need it to go back to the other one. How do I get it to go back to the other one? Do I just tell it to redo this first one again? Just out of curiosity, let's see what that does. Doing a lot of experimentation here because I don't fully understand. Oops. Do that again. I'm going to save that. Let's just see what happens when I do that. So I'm going to reload it. We're going to go back to survival. So it did break it. Interesting. And when I reload it, he does the attack animation and then gets back into it. So there's like there's a step missing somewhere that I'm not sure what it's doing. Because if I were to run this command, he just does it and then goes back to what he's doing without any issue whatsoever. So the question is, why does it do that in-game context versus the data pack context? Is it something to do with... because I am executing as, and then I'm doing things at the entity, which is the S. At S is that specific thing. It's like so close. I'm getting to the point where like I'm kind of understanding what I'm doing, and I've been able to fiddle enough to try to get to what I want, but it just takes a while for me to get that specific syntax to get the correct thing happening. And then I gotta figure out what the nuance of difference that is between in-game commands versus a data pack command. Well, what if I were to... Let's go back to my other code where I had it do the attack, right? So let's go back to the player damage part. Can I add something to that? By? Okay. Can I have this be specific entities? Is this the type, and then I did slime? Like, does this actually, like, do anything different? Oh, it doesn't like that. Interesting. I do this. So that does something. That's interesting. Okay. Question is, can I add a function in here to do another thing? Can I stack another function into that? So I was able to stack the animation to be at the end of the attack thing, but that also didn't work, right? Huh. Why you no work? Because I can do that attack animation. And the way that I'm doing the other one is to display the idle animation, right? Where's that at? Yes, so it's also displaying the idle animation. And it's running the function. Did I have that all done correctly here? I should, because that's functioning here. So what like nuance am I missing? Execute as... Is it the execute as that I need to be doing versus at? No, because it's supposed to be executing at. Yep, because in the execute as, so it's saying specifically make the Rabite do the animation. And I have it do it in at s, so it only plays specifically on this guy. So if I were to, for example, do another summon, let's just scroll through my commands real quick and drop another guy in here. For the summon command, just gotta remember what I've done for that. Yeah, so if I do that, and then I do the attack thing, does it make them both do it? It does. Okay, because I need it to be doing specifically. Well, it's because it's set up funny, right? Hmm. Is it because... Okay, so this is repeating over and over again within the tick function. And that's probably also why like I get hooked multiple times if I'm like in there. But the knockback does enough to keep it from being excessive. So can we end up with a getting knocked back and forth situation? What do I do? Because the basic animation that it's doing right now so it gets summoned and then it displays the animation. So the animation starts. So do I need to tell it to stop the one animation, do the other, and then restart the other? Is that what I need to do? So if I were to grab this code real quick, we're gonna copy it. And if I were to go to this thing, we're just gonna... Actually, before I do that, I want to take what I have. No, actually I have that saved in... So first I would do that, and I want it to say stop. So I hit save, and then I reload. They will just probably do the animation once and then stop. Yep. Okay. And then they don't go back to doing it. So if I have them stopping... Okay, let's try... back, and then say play. Oops. Hit save, and we go back with that, reload. They don't do anything. Thanks for the lurk. Doot, doot, doot. Doot, doot, doot. Because let's test something. What if I were to go... We're gonna get these functions here, so we can fiddle with all this and kind of experiment with how it's supposed to function in the game. So I can tell it to do play. Can I do walking resume? What does that do? Nothing. If I do tell it to play it, nothing. Okay, so for now, we're going to remove this just so we can kind of experiment with that. Hold back, reload it again. So now let's start doing that. So if I say stop, they're not loading it anymore. If I say resume, it also doesn't work. If I say play. So doing anything to the animation right now breaks it, which is interesting. And then doing that's not doing anything. It's weird. If I do a reload, then they're just busted. Because I messed with the animation, which is weird. But if I do my summon command again, then I'll start doing it again. So the animations not working per mob, is it? Because question, are they doing the animation all at the same time together? Like, is it all synced? It's hard to kind of tell when they keep moving around. Okay, and if I say... It's not running it when I just run the animation. So it doesn't work because it's trying to do it specifically at the root. So if I were to go function animated Java, oh, because I have to do it at a specific thing. So I just need to say run, no, execute at, it should be the nearest entity, right? Yep, nearest entity, type, item display, oh no, I just want to go tag. So then I'm doing rabites. It should just be tag AJ dot rabite dot root, and then I want it to run function animated Java, and I want to say the attack. So I do that. It's not actually running it on, so it must be executed as the rig's root entity, which I thought I was telling it to do. So I'm definitely missing something here. Animated Java / animations attack / play, which should work. It should be on a rabite that's under the root. Oh, I need to do it. I need to say at. And we're gonna do at s. And then run the function. It still didn't work. Weird. Execute. Oh, because I'm supposed to do execute as, not execute at. I'm silly. Let's try this again. So we're gonna do this. We'll say as. And we need to say run this function. Okay, so that works. It's doing the nearest one. Okay. So out of curiosity, what if we were to grab that then? Control C, and we just put that into this function. Because maybe what it was trying to do is it was trying to run it on all of them. So that was why it was breaking. Okay, nope. I've confirmed that it's gonna do it. Okay, it's broke one of them. But it's not breaking the other two. That's interesting. Why is it breaking those and not the others? Why you break and why you not break? Okay. Well, that's awkward. If I run this command again. Okay, so it's doing that, and it's doing the closest one. Okay, well, what if I did... Let's do as this, and then I did at... Guess I do still need to run there. The entity type, type, sign. Does that work? Yes, that does work. I don't know if this specific coding would... Oh, because it's looking for the closest slime to these guys, which also is probably... This is probably not going to do anything. I'd be genuinely surprised if it did. So I hit reload. Okay. Let's do a summon real quick. And then if we were to do this thing, I can make him do the attack. I'm getting bounced around. I still don't understand why that one guy got broken. Okay, but we need to now do the... Oh, what's the remove command? Did I have that saved somewhere? I should. Yeah, so I have this one. Control C. But it's also not getting rid of all the item displays. So I need to kill entity type. Item display. That gets rid of all this. Then we do this. Get rid of slimes. So there we go. Back to brand new. I have nothing here. We can do our summon. Shouldn't be too far in, so we can summon him. He's not doing his thing. He immediately breaks. Because they're trying to do the attack animation. Oh no, those guys are working. But they were broken. So one broke, but the rest did not. I don't understand. This is such a struggle. Okay, so I definitely think I needed to destroy the item display specifically. Then that just completely removes it all. So that's good to know. So... Oops, not that. Go over to our sign here. We can say... This part... I guess on the back of it we can add it, right? Kill item underscore display. Okay, leave that note there so we know that for next when we get to that point. But I'm still at an issue with the Rabite summon here. Okay, so that initial guy broke, which makes me wonder why. Because if I do that again, you're perfectly fine doing your animation. If I get close to him, that doesn't affect him. I don't get why you're being weird. Okay, what if I'm like further up when I summon him? Does that matter? Nope, he still breaks, like, immediately. Weird. And I don't think I can break him out of this. So I tell him to do the attack and it doesn't work. I tell it to do the walking one, it also doesn't work. That's so weird. Okay. It's probably due to having this thing here, so we'll just... Guess you can do this and save that. So if I reload at this point... Yeah, it's because it gets stuck on trying to do the attack and it can't finish it, I think. So there's something breaking when it tries to run the attack animation. Okay, well, out of testing then, let's see if I just... Like I said, when I grabbed this before, I could run that and it functions correctly. Oh. Curious. What if I said, instead of this, I said type player? That still functions. And then I should still be able to do the distance, right? But it's still doing it regardless of the player distance. So that's not working. I don't know why I'm messing with this when I'm not even getting it functioning in the data pack, but... Because that's more or less what I did for the other thing, right? At nearest player. Oh, I need to do that. What if I did this? At the nearest player. It still doesn't care. It's just doing it regardless. Wait, are you going around the corner? Okay, you didn't. You just went underneath like you're technically capable of doing. Tenro! Welcome to the stream. I got it so he does damage.
Welcome, Tenro. Wiggles happily, what fun plans do you have today? I'd love to hear all about them.
Bop. But I got him doing damage, but what I'm trying to get him to do is this attack animation when he goes to do the damage. But whenever I put that code in, it breaks. Is that a slime? It is a slime. It's a slime that runs the code to do player damage when it gets close enough to the player. So it does like the knockback. I want to get rid of the slime particles. I don't know if I'll get rid of the sound or not. I'll have to decide, but... I'm so close. I'm so close. Because like whenever I add in the... can you modify the particles like you modify the character model? I think I can. Oh yeah, that. Yeah, I think what I could actually do... I could probably add a animation specifically... Excuse me. I could probably add particles in the actual animation I have of him like walking. Thank you, my throat's just a little dry. Like it makes me cough sometimes. I think I could do that. Oh yeah, I did also make a board here of kind of like to-do list of things. So I technically have it doing that. So I can actually go, let's just grab some dye, I guess. And I guess we could just gray it out. Yeah. You're in untreaded territory compared to me. Yeah. I like it. I was talking earlier about it where I've fiddled enough that I kind of I know the direction I need to go, but I don't know the proper syntax to execute the thing I want it to do. So I've got to keep fiddling until I get that done. But something I just realized looking at this model is like the lighting looks a bit silly. I might have to figure out how to do something with that. Can I do... Maybe I can do this. Execute if... Because this is the information I can execute things based off of. As I see, the problem is though too, like, for example, this code. This is the code that I have specifically put in there to do after it deals damage. And it doesn't remind me the goal. The goal for... Oh, so the current goal I'm trying to get to is when it gets close enough, it does that animation to do the attack, to do damage. So basically, it does that. But far away, it just continues to do what it's doing. So the problem is that this code, which I do have already in my Visual Studio, is the same as what I have in game, but the problem is when it executes, it breaks things. How do you have it doing damage? So if you can see I don't know if you can see the Visual Studio code very well, it's the second line. So basically what it does, it's going to execute at the slime's location. It's going to run the damage command to the nearest player within the distance of So the attack animation... Does it not? Looks like it's half a second. Or the walking animation is the same. So technically both animations are the same. I just realized something with my attack animation though. I need to like lower his position like I did with the walking one. Did I do the body? Or the bone itself? What did I do? Because I lowered the whole thing. Oh, okay. Let's see. And what is your first line? My first line? So the first line is... Okay, I didn't realize it had... Let's shrink this. It does have that up in the background. Alright, so this is that, so I can kind of show you that. Pop, pop. And then there's the walking animation, it's the same, and it loops though. Or the attacking animation doesn't loop. Oh, I could try something. Let me try something here. If I were to... If I told it to loop... I don't know if this will fix it, but I could try it. Okay, let me try this. Maybe if it's looping, it might actually function for some reason. But that could potentially be a thing. Let's try it. Just out of curiosity. Nope, definitely breaks it. Doesn't care. Okay. I'll make another function called damage or something. Have your 3 lines in the function. And at the end of line 4, have a schedule that calls the damage function in 15 ticks. This should loop all damage lines once every 15 ticks instead of once per tick. Or do all that in this function. Okay. Let's see. Right, so, okay, so basically what the first line's doing is it's basically targeting the... It's taking the item display to adjust it to do the same facing location as the sling. So, like, the first line of code makes it do that, where it looks at the player. So he's always looking at you. That's what that does. Okay. Okay, so line 1 stays in tick function. Yeah, definitely, because I needed to be doing that for it to actually accurately look at it. So I probably actually, like you're saying, I need a separate function to do the whole damaging thing, because then it would make it be isolated. So how do I do about doing that again? I guess I do new text file, select the language, do an MC function. We're gonna take this. Oh, this also needs to run in the tick function though too, because it's doing the damage every tick. 15 ticks because 10 might cause problems since your animation is exactly 10, just a bit more ticks than that. Okay. Okay, so guess my brain is not following completely what it should mean. So make another one called damage or something. Have your 3 lines in that function. Have it schedule the call damage. Okay. Oh, so in the ticket can schedule it? It's essentially checking for damaging the player once every 0.75 seconds. Yeah, because it's running through the tick function, right? So it's doing that. Or reload, you should call it the first time. I guess you're losing me there. I could jump into too many different things. I'm trying to type fast. Sorry, no worries. Okay. I guess I'm not quite understanding where the reload would be. I guess if it's on a schedule to check every... So basically the schedule would add a longer time that's similar to a tick function, if that's it. Can I hop on a call with you? Sure, let me see. I don't know if I have Discord set for this thing. I'd have to set up let's see, how do we do that audio thing, right? I should be able to go audio capture thing, I'm pretty sure, and I can select the Discord. Okay, I can unmute that, and then Mr. Tanro, you're gonna be a guest in my my stream here. See if this is working. Want to say something? It does work.
How are you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I'm listening to your stream to see how it sounds. I hear myself. Okay, good. I'm gonna mute the stream now.
It should be similar to what we had with Sunlight. So.
Nice.
Okay.
How you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
Good. Sorry, I'm watching what you're doing, and I'm having the thoughts, but I can't type out everything because of how fast I'm trying to type.
Right.
So, so I was thinking that based on what you're trying to do, and based on what the small amount that I've seen so far, it might be that your animation is longer. It's 10 ticks, and so it's being called every single tick.
Okay.
And so it's not able to actually play out. The damage can happen because it's instantaneous.
Right.
But if you have a separate function that you call damage, or whatever you want to call it,
yeah,
you can have that line 2 and line 3 in there.
Okay.
So yeah, I see. Okay, I'm a little bit delayed, but I can see what you're doing. So line 2 and 3 in that damage one, and then at the end, so line 3 would be a schedule.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this saved where I need it real quick. So it's actually a proper function to be called. I'm gonna say Rabite damage is probably a good option for that. Okay, so now that's got its proper name. Nice. And then I will try putting that like that. And you're saying do a schedule, right?
Yeah, so at the end of that,
do a schedule. My brain can think about the words.
Schedule function,
my brain
that
just,
function.
Schedule never works for my brain. It's always one of those words.
Oh, you're good.
There we go.
I understand.
I don't want to full screen that. Help.
Oh, man.
There we go, F11. No. Okay.
Nice.
Let's see. There we go.
So should be schedule function, Rabite damage, and then 15T, as in Tom.
Okay. So it'll run it, and then it'll schedule it to do it again, right? So Rabite damage.
Yep, and so once it runs once, it will run forever, every 15 ticks. And I just did that, the number 15, like I said, because it's more than the animation, so it won't get in the way of that.
Okay.
And it's still less than once a second. So then in your reload function,
okay, so I gotta get caught up to you first. So I've got schedule function, Rabite damage, and then that's where you put you did, is it like 15?
15T.
15T, right? Because 15 ticks.
Your options are T, S, or D. Ticks, seconds, or days.
Okay.
So if you do that, then once it's called once, it will call it every, essentially, 3/4 of a second.
So then I need to open up the unload one, basically, which would be, gotta remember how to do this. Was it just the Minecraft one?
And if you add one in there, add something like in the damage function that just says say hi or something, just to see that it's actually working. Right. In place of line 3, and then have the schedule as line 4, just as testing.
Right. So it should be this JSON, the load JSON. Okay, so I just need to add a parenthesis.
You want to be in the MC function, not in the JSON.
For the load?
Yeah, you should have a load.mc function or something similar.
All right. Okay. Because right now, this is where it gets the looking at player thing. And I know that was functioning through the JSON.
Oh, interesting. I've never done that in that one. I've just edited it straight in the tick function.
Do I have that then? I may not actually.
So go back to your load
that.
JSON.
So right now the load JSON is getting like all the stuff set up to do the animated Java right now. Global internal geoloads. So I would think it would
every
work.
data pack I've ever messed with, I've had a load function and a tick function, and
Right.
it just had everything run out of that.
Because I think how it's working right now is this is the base like Minecraft ones, and you're talking about having a specific one for the actual data pack itself, right?
Right.
Which I
don't know if you would just do a comma and then quote, like you have the
so if I do that
tick
for the Rabite
JSON
damage.
pulling the Rabite look at player.
Mm-hmm.
So however that would work would make
like,
sense to me.
That would technically do it. So if I do
yeah, probably
a reload now just to see what that does. And if can you do damage? Currently can't do damage. Because I need the damage function to run somewhere else then? I've had trouble with some stuff not working on the load JSON. Because if I do function...
How you doing?
So I should have the Rabite damage code, so that works. I can verify the function's working. It's just not doing it on the tick. So if I do the load function, I think...
Well, if you call the function damage once, since you have that schedule in there, it should keep repeating it after the first run.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to be doing it based off of what I've already done. Actually, I should be able to see a schedule, right? It has one?
Yeah, if you go ahead and start a new schedule for a new function. But that will just start it at a certain time.
I thought you could like look at function, like the schedules, like a list of them.
If you do schedule clear, it'll show you everything that's existing right now. Yeah. You could try that.
Oh, right there. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's not doing it. Schedule's not functioning.
You have those two.
Because those are for the Armor's Time mod or data pack that I've got in here. Okay.
So can you open up the damage one that you did again?
In
VS Code? Oh, Rabite damage.mc function probably. I don't think that has the full bit of information it needs.
Because it should work. Let's see what it is. Yeah. So like, oh yeah. That's what that is? Right? It's Rabite mob? Okay.
Oh yeah, it has to have exactly where the function is.
There we go. Now it's yellow. So now it will probably work.
Okay, good. That's excellent.
I'm getting shoved. Well,
let's see.
Oh, well, it's kind of working. He's just stuck looping in his attack animation now.
Is he still doing it right now?
Yes.
Oh, he hurt you. Okay.
So once it started once, it's working. Interesting.
I can't quite tell based on the all the other animations. Is it just doing it on loop even still?
Yeah, so if his ears are going down, that's part of the attack, and if he goes forward...
I see.
So it's looping, so that's at least a better, the next step where he's actually doing the animation like he's supposed to without breaking like he was before. Now real quick, what if I did function... I don't know, was it that? I don't remember how these things are. Yeah, Rabite summon. What if I add another one? So the other one's not doing it at all. The technical difficulty stickers. Nice. By the way, yeah, Knockout, how does the volume sound between music, me, Tenro, and the stickers? Because I lowered the stickers a bit. So now if I run this function again... it's not working on the other guy.
That. Oh, really?
Yeah, so this stuff's so like finicky.
It shouldn't be though. I don't remember. Would you remind me what is the @n?
@n is nearest player.
Selector.
So that's to make it so it's doing the damage to the nearest player. Is what I believe it's doing.
Nearest player with the tag Rabite root.
I guess I mean to make that be nearest entity then. Let's see. So if I say execute.
Because @p I thought did nearest player.
So right now if I'm doing as @n. No, nearest entity, right. So I was trying to do it at the nearest entity.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because line 2 is just doing the animation, so you want that on the entity.
Yeah. So line 1 is find the nearest entity. Line 2 is do it on that specific one that's the nearest. Which, if it doesn't know where it's pulling it from, it may not know. So yeah, so the first line does it at this line. It runs the damage at the nearest entity that is a player within that distance. So the second one then,
yes,
it's executing as the nearest entity, which, how does it know what's the nearest? Because
that's true.
Doesn't technically have a location and it's running that code right now, but it did function on that one, which is weird.
It's weird that it did function, yeah. I'm trying to think through.
So what I probably want to do then is say execute at and do the E, so it's doing it specifically at that entity.
All entities tagged that way.
Alright, that's why I did nearest, because I wanted it to be the nearest one to the player is what I was trying to do.
Does it matter if it's close to the player?
Yeah.
You already have the one
Well,
above. So long as the player is within that distance of 0.1.
It's because I only want it to run the animation if the player's nearby, is the goal. So basically replicating the damage concept, but based off of... Oh, okay, I think I might know what I need to do. Because I say...
Well, I would imagine you do the exact same thing as the one above.
Exact same code, right? And then do Minecraft slime. And then I tell it to run at the nearest entity that is the...
Hope you got a semicolon in that first targeter.
Yep.
First slime.
I hold shift. I always forget if it's shift or not shift. So if I do it like this, and then I have the... What was it again? I need this little bit of code. The AJ root. Rabbit root. So I do this. So I found that I can just use that as the thing. So if I do that,
okay,
what will that do? This is kind of just what I've been doing the whole time. Let's try this code. What does it do? Okay, they're not attacking right now. You're not doing damage anymore. So if I run that one, and now it's an unknown function. Okay, let's check something real quick. Make sure that I've done that code correctly for this new thing I added. We'll test it in the game. Oh, yep, so it's already red, so I missed something here. Something already got messed up. For the run function. Oops. Okay. That's probably because I did... Oh, it's because I probably didn't do...
You got two run... Oh, wait, one says root. Why does one say root instead of run? I see run up in the top.
Oh.
On VS Code.
That's where it is. I'm missing a... That right? Oh, what did I do wrong?
Run at
Okay,
N.
hold on. No, stop it, stops. Stop it. Okay. So what I have, I just gotta fix this. It's trying to do something weird here because I just messed something up here. Okay, let's see. You would have the autofill. Okay, so I can say run.
Oh, you have to have the word. No. You have to have the word as or at after run. That was why. I think. Wait, what?
Okay, so then it wants
Dang,
to
man, I
do
thought I had it.
execute. And then I can do
Oh yeah, that's it.
as.
Then execute as or at.
Okay, if I did that. Okay, so it's doing
Nice.
both. So I gotta work on figuring out how to do. Well, just out of curiosity, we'll take this code.
So at the very beginning, very beginning of that line, if you put an execute if, maybe, well, no.
Well, I do want to just test this.
There was a really easy way I remember testing for a player nearby an entity.
So if I do reload now just to see what this does, will they actually do anything? No. So even though that's technically the right code now. Whee! Okay. What's the difference between that and my damage code? So I'm trying to execute as the nearest one.
That's true, yeah, your line 2 doesn't have anything to do with proximity.
Well, based on how the code works, what it should do then, like, if I'm understanding the order, it should run this code to do the damage, and then it should immediately go and run that right after. So it should just grab...
But it'll do it on everybody.
Yeah, because it can't recognize what's the nearest entity.
So you'd want to start off, I'm typing something in your chat to see.
Oh,
just
okay. I think I
type it out
have an idea. So what I could do here is, so if I say, I can do the execute if, and then I can say entity.
Why don't I just open up VS Code myself? I have all the...
And I should say nearest player. Trying to remember what I can do with this, because I can do that, but after that, oh yeah, then I can say run. Or can I just say execute? Run, execute. As? What does that do? So he did that. Where's my other guy? Do you do it when I do that? Yes. So if I were to then go into this thing and go bloop, and say distance. Neither of them are doing anything. I get close enough. There we go. So that will do it. Okay.
Would you get it?
I think so. But the question is whether or not it'll actually do it via the data pack. Because I've seen instances where like the code functions when it's in game, but it doesn't do it in a data pack because I'm not designating the location correctly, like where to run it from. Okay, so I've loaded that. If I get close to you, you're not doing anything, not even damaging me. Okay. So what if I were to...
So I'm gonna send this in... Oops. Hold on.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I did it as a command in your chat instead.
Oh yeah, you can't do the slash, it gets confused. Okay, so...
See if you copy that in one of those lines. It could be like line 3 or 4 or whatever. See if it says hi every time you're close, because then you can just replace the say hi with whatever you want, and it'll do that every single time you get close to one.
Right.
No matter what.
So put it like underneath. Well, if I just put it at the beginning, that might be better, so I can see it happening first.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It'll all be run at the same time. All 3 of those will be run at the same time.
Okay.
And then hopefully it says hi if you're close to it.
Well, what if I do the Rabite damage one? So I could run it that way. So I know the function's working. I just don't have the proper like designated location to activate it. That's the issue I'm having.
Yeah. Okay.
So
now if it gets close, that proximity thing is working with the say hi thing, so that's good.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's
I just did damage.
No, it's not doing it.
Because I've done it now. Are they doing the animation? Oh, they are. But they're doing it after, but I think I didn't even do it right before. Okay, so yeah, that's literally all I gotta do is figure out the designated, like, where do I need to execute the command.
It's weird that it's not saying hi every time.
That is weird.
I wonder if you change it down to 10 ticks. It's essentially once every half second. If that'll still be enough to not cancel it out.
I do want to do a quick test here too. What if I were to grab this code? I want to swap its position so that it does like the animation and then deals damage. So do that, and then let's do a reload. Okay. Looks like it should. So it's doing the damage, but it's not. Is he actually doing the animation? Can't tell. Oh yeah. So that's working, I guess.
Okay. The say hi just was there for kicks, I guess.
It doesn't want to. Probably because it. Oh, I bet you. But I think I know I could fix it. If I did execute that, that might do it.
Oh, is that what I've been doing wrong? You're right.
Yeah. It's because it's executing
I
out
would
this
think
line.
you'd have to do. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yay! Thank you, Tenro.
Cool.
Now I technically have.
I will. If you spawn another one, does it keep working?
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Function.
Yeah, just like a whole.
Summon or a Rabite summon. Okay, so he's doing that. Bop.
The
Bop.
hi is working.
Bop. Ow, ow.
That's good.
This is
so
so
you just
cool.
need to get a proper load-in function that then
runs it.
will actually
Oh,
call
right.
it whenever the
I
main
remember
pack
what I
starts.
had to do for it to work. I had to basically the schedule thing. So if I were to go like this and then say, actually, I think if I do that first, it'll work. Because I figured this out with one of my other ones, the quest data pack I did. That if you do the schedule it immediately, or let it delay and then do it, then it works.
That's weird.
So if I hit the reload, because like it's like the onload goes too fast, so it doesn't have time to trigger it. So as an example, let's see if I get booped. What if I go out and then back in? So it should technically still be able to hit me. I think if it's not doing that, it breaks. So let's just test that real quick. Put it back how it was.
Okay. That seems good.
So let's just try that. If I
Yeah.
exit, then reload, does it still do it? Still does. So it's working now.
Okay.
But I don't understand why the load thing is being weird. Because I think if I were to give you this data pack, it wouldn't function initially. Let me
Well,
look at...
reloading it doesn't cancel schedules, though, does it?
Yeah, let's try something. Schedule...
Do you go far away from him?
Clear...
And then reload
So
after
I've cleared it now. So it's not doing anything. If I do a reload, does he start hitting me? He does not. But if I swap the order here,
yeah,
I think it will. Let's
so
save.
wacky.
Yeah, because there's just like a weird delay to it, I think. Let's see. Or was it on my... Oh, what did I do? I need to pull up my other one now. I can't remember.
Oh no.
So what was it I did? After my computer thinks about all the things. Let's see. Quest data pack. So to do the daily quest, I needed a function So on, it says give quest. Yeah, so let's see, not that one. Was it the load function? Did I just add it? What did I do? Was it the tick? Alright, so no, not that one either. Was it the other one then?
That's the same way that I've always had things, though, is a tick MC function and a load MC function.
Yeah.
And then just have the JSONs call that one by itself and fill whatever you need with that. That's helped with my organization.
Yeah, right here, this is what it was. So in the load function, and it is an empty function, I scheduled it to run that after a certain amount of ticks.
That could help. Maybe instead of... Well, wait. In your... Oh, because you don't have an actual load function. You were just calling it with the JSON.
So I think I need to do a load function.
Gotcha. That might make sense.
So I guess I could try doing that.
Cool. I've got to run away.
Sounds good. Thanks for the help.
Looks like you're making some pretty cool progress. I like seeing all the animations and all that. It's crazy.
Yeah. And the fact that it's a mob that it can be summoned in, I just have to get it to where, like, it's like, I guess, just a real quick. This is like the list of to-dos.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hide slime particles. Oh, nice. Okay. And sounds.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see that all with the...
I can see the
thing in the
first
way.
3.
Yeah. This
No, first 4, first 5.
Buttons. There we go. Once that gets out of the way.
Nice. There you go.
That's-
Stop slime drops. Yep.
I
Give 'em
think
a custom loot table.
3 and 6 will
Nice.
technically work together once I have them both working. Like, they'll be the same code, just different triggers.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not too far.
Being here. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool.
I mean, if I need something
That's super
to, you know, when you do this, some sort of feedback. I guess I do hear the sound. I don't think I wanted to have just 1 HP, so I have to modify the slime.
Oh, did the model?
So I'll need
Oh,
to...
the slime died, but the model didn't die.
Yes, so that's part of why I'm going to have to do this, where I tell it to kill the entity type. Item display. Yeah, I'll just clear it. Obviously, I gotta do it specifically in that location, otherwise it clears all of them. So I've got invisible slimes bouncing around over here, but it's fine.
So what you could do in a tick function is like an if kind of thing. Execute if that special tagged entity.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have?
It's
The
the
little yellow model.
Yeah, the tag is AG. Right, just list tags. Yeah, let's see. Best place to pull that up would be probably the summon one. Yeah, so the tag is AG, which is the animated Java, Rabite's the mob, and then root is like the, I'm not exactly 100% sure what the root is, but that's why I use the slime as
I'm trying to
the
think if you can do it
spot
essentially
for
like running a code that says if there is a model that is not within a small range of a slime, then kill the model.
Yeah, which I could do because they technically, the slime souls despawn when you get far enough away, and then the models just sit there.
Gotcha.
I tested that right at the
So
beginning.
yeah, if you have in your tick area something that's doing that, then every tick
Yeah.
it'll check to see if there's any models that need to be killed, and if so, you can kill them or teleport them somewhere.
Model is near slime. Okay. Cool. So,
Sweet.
right, so I need a load function or something to try to get that to function properly. Okay.
You got this.
Which, I gotta remember how I did that too. I think I had the load function trigger on the load function. Or load function trigger on the load JSON. I think that's how it's supposed to work.
That sounds right. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So, cool. Well, I will see you later, sir.
Sounds good, thanks for that.
Hope you have a
Bye.
great rest of your stream. I'll pop back in
Thank you.
chat here soon.
Sounds good. I'll be
See ya.
here about another hour and a half-ish. So,
Cool.
Yep.
We'll have a blast.
thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so I guess I should probably put that together real quick and use that in the function instead of this. And then I put the damage function into that. So, just for simplicity, we'll probably put that back how it was. Do it like that. We're going to make a new file. Yep, I'm going to put it in here. Oops, I shot a file, new text. Make it an MC function. Where are you at? MC function. And then I just need this to be saved as the load function. So I should just save this as load. So I can save that, and then I can tell it to run that. So I can basically take this part out now. I can save that, and then in the load function, I need it to do, oh, actually, I need it to do it here. I need to say, did I just say load? I think. Or do I need to have the specific location of that? I forget that little aspect. I think it needs to go just a layer deeper, if I remember correctly. Oh, that might also be why it's not functioning too, because I wasn't putting it a layer deep enough, which I think is a Rabite mob, and then I can do this, and then that. I think that's what's supposed to be done. Maybe that's what I was missing. It probably would have functioned if I would have just did that. But now in here I can tell it to do, let's just say function Rabite mob, and then tell it to do Rabite underscore damage. And then I need it to schedule, I think is what I needed to do. Oh, and I just need to do a schedule. So I need to say schedule Rabite mob. Function Rabite mob, and then do, I guess I could just do like do like 15 ticks just to see if it makes it work. Okay. So if I were to say, wait, so let's try this first. We're going to say summon. I do actually need to reload. So everything that I've just updated should be doing that. And then if I say function Rabite summon, he's in here. If I go into survival, will he attack me? Yes. There we go. It's functioning. And if I summon a new one, so he's, the only problem is I think the animation's a little off. So could I do, is it better to have the animation run after then? Maybe I can try that. Let's try putting it back how it was and see if that works. Oh, because right now it should be doing the animation first, which is weird that it's not. So maybe what I need to do is actually, can I make it do it after a certain amount of ticks? I can schedule it, right? If I say schedule, can I do a schedule execute? Can we do functions? Okay. Oh. Because now I want to be able to tweak the animation so that it does it accurately to, like, so he hits me, but then he does the animations. I need to delay the damage slightly. Everything in one function occurs in the same one tick. Yep, okay. They're calculated in the order listed, but occur at the same time. Okay. So I probably might even want to have the animation and the damage in two separate functions, so then I can schedule them differently. Or if I could just add in delay. I'd like to be able to just delay an executed function. Let's say run function, what to say hi. Does that not work? Okay, what if I were to do, and then I want to add something to it? I don't think I can. Execute, run. Oh, I could do, just run, say hi. Yeah, I was just wondering if I could, like, mess with it. Execute. I can do that, but then I can't, like, add extra stuff to it. What could I do here? So if I say run damage, say me, let's say damage 1, but then I have like a type, arrow. I can do at and by. If I do at, that's going to be the location. If I say by, that's going to be what it does. Oh, maybe I could try... What if I were to make the damage less? No. I want to do so many like little fiddly things to make it work differently. I guess just for testing purposes. Well, General did mention it, saying that they occur at the same time. So maybe I could tweak my animation potentially to give it like because it's too slow. So could I speed it up is a question. Oh, I just Discord tell me you're still in the call. Can I mess with anything in here? Loop delay. I don't know if it matters if it's a loop or not. Right now it damages. I guess what I could actually do, because right now what it does is it jumps up and does that, so I could probably shift it. What I could do is make the, I would think loop be funky, right? Let's try it not as a loop. And just resave it as that. Actually, I think any changes I've made here didn't actually get changed. There we go, exported now. So then if I reload it, still functioning. If I go back to this, okay, so I have an idea on how I could potentially do this. I could, let's try, if I were to grab these, all these position things, that's gonna do everything there. And I put them at the end, so let's see. So I want you at the end. I want to take these and shift them to the beginning. And then put this like right here. Just for the sake of an experiment, let's see what this does. Re-export it. So it'll start the animation at that point. We'll reload. Okay, so when he attacks me, that looks a little better, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. Except his ears are doing weird, wanky stuff, but that's kind of getting me in the direction I want. Yeah, okay. Just gotta fix the animation. It's being wonky for some reason. His ear, for some reason, is going super crazy. His ear doesn't want to be a part of him. Yep, he's trying to run away. What is that? That's the left ear? The right ear? Which ear is... Yeah, so it's his left ear, it's doing weird things. Why is the left ear doing weird stuff? Question. Okay, so that means that because there's something there that's doing weird stuff. Is it this thing? Because the right ear... Yeah, that's doing super wonky stuff there, that's why. So let's try deleting that just to see what this does. Because the idea... Okay, we'll remove these real quick. The idea is that his ears are supposed to go back when he attacks. And that's what I was trying to do. So let's try fixing this again. So if I try to do an animation here. I want to grab his left ear, and I want to just simply rotate it back slightly. Like that. So what does this do? Oh, it's because the setting here is weird? Ah, because like that default position is strange. That's why it's doing weird stuff. It looks like the golden snitch. It kind of does, doesn't it? Okay, because I know when I did this one worked fine when I just tilted it back slightly. Because I think the end point here is different, because that's going to 0, and this is going back to 0. But I need it to go back to this position, I think is what's wrong. So if I make this 12.5, is it because it's, oh, I bet it's because it's trying to rotate to a, that's a huge rotation here. If I look at this, that's going into negatives for some reason. Why is it going into negatives? Really weird. Okay, well, let's get rid of this again real quick. So basically we have this position of 0 and this position of 0. So what it should be, if I go here and I just try to, I just put a number in there. What if I say 5? You gotta run. Wish you the best. Thanks, General. Catch you later, man. Thanks for all the help. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, so now if I go... That's weird. It didn't, like, update that one. Why does it do that? It goes straight into, like, a bunch of negatives for some reason, which is really weird. Why do you go into a bunch of negatives when here you're not? That's super strange. Okay, well, let's get rid of this again. Let's just see what we have right now. Wait, that ear's going forward. Why is that ear going forward? The other one's not, though. So you guys, that. And his ears. Oh, okay, they're doing super funky stuff now. Because I need that to go back to 0, probably. Okay, so right now... Okay, that doesn't go back up. Where this one is, right? Oh, because that's the Z position? Oh, that's position I was messing with, right? Oh, no. That was rotation. Okay, why is this one now unclear on what it's doing for me? Okay, that's 0, that's 0. The rotation... It's going... Oh, okay, that's why. Because I messed with the wrong rotation, I'm pretty sure. Right? Because right here I need this rotation to be negative. What is it here? That's positive 12. So if I go to this one... What are you doing when I go... Okay, so the left ear is currently not moving at all, but it pops up here. But why is the right ear moving? That doesn't make any sense now. Okay, well, we're just going to delete that to see what it does. So right now it does nothing. Okay, so when we get to this position, we want the left ear. Can I just put in a keyframe there? I don't remember how to do things. I don't remember how to do the stuff. Did I hit a plus there? Okay, hit a plus there. So we're just going to try to affect the rotation at both of these. Okay, so what's this rotation? It's 12. So if I were to take this and put it at like 8, that puts it up. So right now it's going to go up. Okay, good. This one. So do I want this to go to -8, or do I want it to go to... Yeah, like -8, right? So I put that -8. What does that do? Yeah, so the ear goes up. Okay, good. So then I want to mess with the rotation of going like this direction. Okay. That's for that ear. If I go to the left ear, if I rotate this back, it goes into super like negatives for some reason. I don't understand. Whee! Okay, we're gonna delete all this. So it goes back to the default state. Okay. So right now, yeah, so the air goes back and up. Is there there must be something weird going on with my positioning for this? That's why it rotates super weird. I don't quite understand what I've done to make it do wonky stuff like that, but if I do this, is that going to do weird stuff? No. Excuse me. But when I try to modify this direction, the X direction, it does weird stuff. Okay, now it's not. Weird. So it goes -10. So if I go back to this one, I just put it at 10. Okay. So now what does it do? Based on the animation, ears go back. So the ears should be pulled back right there, right? Yeah. So, aha. I think I fixed it. Oh, save. Let's go ahead and play it. I don't know if that's the proper... oh no, because I should have the... oh, the ears backs need to be right here when he hits. So that's supposed to be here, and that's supposed to be here. So the ears are back, and then they go back to normal when he lands. There we go. So it jumps up, the ears will go back, and I guess actually... I think I'd want these here. So it jumps up, and then it goes back to normal as it's going down. But I feel like I need to make it a little more dramatic. So let's do like 15. I'll try like an 18. And then this would be -18. And then this one would also have like 8. Okay, so his ears should be like slightly down. Okay, so boop, and his ears go back. So at the end of the animation, I need his ears to be back to... so here and here. Okay, so when he's up, ears are back. When he attacks forward... I guess when he's here, though, I'd want him to... the ears basically go forward is the idea. So I'd want it to go back forward. And then back forward. I don't know why it does weird stuff right there, but... get back to the default state. And we're going to do it based off of this thing, which is... okay, how much did I rotate it forward? I think I went like 10 forward. If I do this one, -10. Okay, so now based on the animation, he should, yeah, ears go forward and then come back to resting. Okay, I think that's what I wanted to do. Bop, bop. Okay, let's try that. We'll export it real quick. Pop back into the game. Reload. Okay, so when he attacks now, he should be pretty dramatic. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That actually looks like he's nibbling. Though I think I can actually... I think I could actually get rid of this end part, so I could even reduce it down to like... so I get rid of these. I don't think I need them. I think I can actually even reduce this down more. So it's just that. So I hit play, it should just be bop, bop. So we'll save that and try that and see how that works. Okay. Reload, so this should be super quick. That's not too bad of an animation. I think I could be happy with that. So they're like really jumpy when they get you. Okay, cool. I'm gonna call that good. Okay. Should I need to do anything else? I don't think so. I think that's functioning how I need it to. So we're good there. As far as our code goes, do we need to do any more code at the moment? We can close. We'll shrink that down. All right, let's take a look at our list now. So we got the animation working with the player damage. We've accomplished the first task. Now, I don't think I'm going to prioritize doing the sounds and the particles yet. Now what I want is whenever the slime dies, which I guess if I have the code that's checking... Yeah, so that should just work in general. So if... Oh, okay. So in my tick function, so let's go ahead and pull this open. We could add something else in here if we make a new function. So go say, actually what I should do, see those guys are still there, right? Okay. So what I can test actually is I can boop this slime. So I have one with and one without. Then what I need to do is say execute if entity, I guess all entities should be fine. Tag the aj dot rabite dot root. So execute if this mob okay, so I need it to execute if there's not a slime, delete it. So based off of our kind of thing, okay, so let's try this. Okay, so we're gonna say execute. I guess it would have to be at this entity. So the entity, all entities of the tag aj dot rabite dot root. If, wait, can I do a if not? How do I do if not? So say if entity see, I've said not. Did I just say not? I thought I could do not. So execute at this model if entity the nearest by of the type, I say not slime, run kill nearest entity tag, I guess I could do type item display. Okay. What if I told it to do tag that was the right thing, right? Tag equal aj dot rb root. Yep, okay. So that doesn't work because that doesn't remove it, right? But I'm pretty sure I got rid of the display entities. If I say effect, give, entity, type, item display, glowing. Oh, try 10. It's either immune or the effect has to be something stronger. Okay. I can't make an item display glow. Can I add oozing? Unable to apply effect. Target is either immune to effects or has something stronger. Okay. If I say slash kill all entity types, item displays, it does get rid of them. So why did this thing not work? And it didn't get rid of them specifically. So I just say at S type item display. Then we're gonna quickly do function summon or Rabite summon. So I have 2 of them. We'll bop one of them and we'll run this command again. That's doing nothing. Okay, so we're executing about all entities that are the Rabites, the display. If the entity... Hold on, let's go ahead and do this real quick. So if the nearest entity, if all entities... Yeah, if the nearest entity the type, and I could say not a slime, right? So I could say run an effect. I don't think I can give it glowing, can I? Wait, what? What is this doing? I don't understand. Because this should be the current entity. What does that do? That doesn't work because it doesn't... Oh. Is it glowing? It doesn't like that because it doesn't want me to do at S for the slime. Is that what it's complaining about? I had to do nearest entity type slime effect or give it glowing. Let's try that. Okay, so that's working. So I don't understand that part though. Let's try the item display. I don't think the item display will work. So that command runs but doesn't do anything. Okay, so when I've done that, it's removed part of it, but it didn't remove the whole thing. Because I also have, so I just say kill at nearest entity type, item display. If I do that now, it's going to do one at a time, which is a problem. But I also have the function to remove him as well. So do I need to do that one? But I also need to clear the item display, otherwise it will leave one behind. Because it's like grouping it, from what I understand. So it takes like a one item display that then grabs all of the other ones. Probably because it's the bone it's deleting first, and then it's trying to delete the rest. Is that how it's doing that? If I look at this right now, I'm pretty sure there are, yeah, there's 2 sets of hitboxes there. And then when I do the interesting, they're still both there though. That's weird. It actually, yeah, he should still hurt me. Yeah, okay. Okay. Ah, my brain, man. It can be such a struggle. So what is my summon command actually giving me? When I do the summon command, it is running, so it summons the slime. It then also does the animated Java summon and grabs that and puts it on there. Is there an additional thing that I'm seeing anywhere that's called? I don't, Okay, but if I say just kill entity type item display, what does that do? So that just clears everything. If I do that, that clears it all. Okay. Okay, Mob Rabite. So you're currently what we're using for our test here. So the goal is, if there's not a slime, you should disappear. So we want 2 of them. We get rid of the slime. So we're gonna be able to kill that one without killing that one. So we're gonna run a function, We're gonna say /execute if entity any type, I guess, say entity type slime. Or actually, could we do? No, let's see. I just say not slime. And then we did a distance of 0.1. So execute at all slimes that if a slime is not within the distance of 1. Okay, so I can't do that. Or no. Oh, this is gonna execute near any entity that's not a slime. That's not a good solution. I guess I could do item display. What could I do? So execute if an entity that is an item display or actually, do I just say execute? Or if I execute, run, kill this. Oh, can I add an extra one? I don't think I can add anything else to that, can I? Targets. So this is the part I'm gonna need. Okay. So I think I do need this item display. So when we execute, this is an item display. I want you to run, kill this, but I don't think I want it to. I need another execute, or another if. If entity type slime how do I do my brain? I can see the line. So basically what my code needs to do, that if the slime is not near the Rabite model, kill it. Or if the slime is far away, how do I do that? So I guess I gotta locate a slime. No, I gotta locate the model. So I'm locating. Okay, let's try this again. So we're gonna say execute at the entity type with a tag. I guess we'll do this. So we're running the command specifically at them. Okay, so that's given us our location. So what we want to do next is we want to say if entity near the oh, actually, no, that doesn't work. If biome, if blocks, if data, if dimension, if entity, if function, if item, if loaded. So if the entity, I guess of it, nearest entity type slime, then I want to say, oh, if I run this, then I can say run kill entity type item display. I can say a distance 0.11 or 0.10. So run that. It killed 7 then. It killed 7 entities. That doesn't make any sense. So then I run this other command again. Oh, it did kill 7 entities because that's the whole model. Okay. So I thought we were running if there is a slime there. How do I do it the opposite? I need to swap this around. I'm getting it to run correctly, but if I say not slime, let's save. But then I summon one. It's still getting rid of it because there's the other ones nearby. Okay. Oh, actually, what I could do... Oh, did I do the wrong one? Hold on. So I summon that, and then I do my... Oh, why did you... Hold on, what? Why did it, like, attack? Oh, that guy just attacked. Why did you attack? Oh, because... Wait, is it because there's another slime nearby? Okay, well that shouldn't be a problem, because we're not going to have blank slimes everywhere, but, So I said not, so I add this not thing in here. And scroll down and just autofill it just to make sure. So if I say this, Then I get rid of this. Do that. So that obviously doesn't work. What if I did this way? And we summon it. Do it the opposite way. So that's killed an item display, but this is still functioning properly. I don't understand that. So what if I boop the slime and then run it? It's not doing anymore. Okay. What if I said... Because I could do a distance... I think I can say 1.2. Or if I say 10. Or make this like 20. Doesn't that do like a range? I can't remember how to do ranges. Let me see. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so I'm gonna say Minecraft distance command. What can I do? Yes. Okay, so it's double dot still though. Okay, so I still need 2. So if I were to put 2 of those in, so I'm still not getting rid of anything. Which is weird. Ah. So basically what this would do is if there's anything that is, I guess, 2 blocks to 20 blocks away. Interesting, when there's actually a slime close by it would still trigger based off of the slime. Okay. Okay, all the slimes are gone. So if I run this code, what does that do? I killed 6 entities. What 6 entities did you kill? I don't understand. Oh, I killed the 6 slimes. That's what that's yapping about. Okay. So you're here. So basically I need code right now that when I run it, that thing should be deleted. But it's not doing it. What if I just did this? So that works. Oh, could I just run that? But what if I do... If I summon one, but then I run this, it still deletes it and leaves the slime. So that's obviously not functioning properly, or at least it's... Okay, maybe I should say... I could do Minecraft type slime, and I could do a distance equaling 2 to 3. Okay, let's try this again. If I say summon or function it and summon again, and then I run this, but that doesn't do anything right now. If I kill the slime, that also doesn't work because there's no slimes anymore. I guess I put the not here. What if I said not? So that works as well. So do I do... Okay, what if I run that, but then what if I say... And then I run this now, with the not. It just deletes everything. So this code works only if there's no slimes. So if there's no slimes, it'll run it and it's fine. But if there is a slime, it still deletes them. Okay, what if I make this... Like if I made this 3 and, I don't know, 10? Where'd that slime go? I can't even see the invisible slime? That's weird. Okay. So you're here. What if I run this code now? It still deletes it. Because it's saying that there's not a slime within 3 to 10. But if I make it 1, and I resummon it, and then I run this, it still does it because there's a slime within 1. I don't understand how to do this part. I know I'm there again. Like it seems like this is how every thing goes when I'm trying to do this. I'm like, eesh, away from getting it. Okay. Let's see. Let's try. I guess I could try looking something up. That might help. How to kill a mob if a slime is not there. Let's see if that gives me any incline. Let's say Minecraft. Oh, it's supposed to be if. Okay. Yeah. How do I kill all mobs in Minecraft? No, that's still not. How to kill a mob if a slime is not nearby. Okay, this is not working. Let's see. Kill a mob if another mob isn't nearby. Will that get me anywhere? Okay. So I can say execute as entity type the mob name at the specific one. If this entity type mob distance, see type. Right. So this is what it says. Execute as entity, which I was trying to do. I can say tag at s if entity at all entities type slime, and then I can do distance equals 10.5 unless entity type, I'm assuming slime distance .1 run kill entity type item display for that pop. Let's see if that command works. So now if I were to go function summon a Rabite, but then I run this big long command, nothing happens. If I bop it, still nothing happens. Where's this other slime? I need you to go away. Okay, if I run this command again, I can't do anything because that's not doing anything. Okay, what if I said kill the entity type of item display now? I just kill all that works. Okay. So this command potentially works. Okay, so what does it do? So at this specific entity, so at the Rabite model, if the entity of a slime is within 5 block distance, unless the entity is within 1 block distance from that, that doesn't quite make sense. Okay, so here's the breakdown. So they execute at the type of mob. This is the part that runs the command as a specific mob, targeting all entities of that type. Yep. So we're targeting all of the item displays that are called the Rabite. And then this ensures that the command will be executed at the location. So the @s is doing it at the location. Then this checks if another mob of the same type is within a 5-meter block radius. So it's checking if a slime is within 5 blocks. And then this condition ensures the command only proceeds if there isn't another mob within 1 block radius, effectively killing a mob that is alone. Okay. Well, this had a limit on it, so I guess I could say limit 1. Hold on. Limit equal 1. Okay, so let's try. So I do that, and then I do the big long code with the limit. Yep, okay, so if I bop this thing now, it can't do it, I think, because it's still registering that there's a mob nearby, but it should be checking. Oh, if I said unless I said not slime. Let's try that. Okay, so that's not doing it. So then, oh, wait. So that should run it at that. It's not working. What if I said run effect give that doesn't work either. Okay, so if the entity of slime is within 5 blocks, I guess I need to make it less than 1 block. Oh, sorry, if there's a slime within 1 block, but unless there is not a slime within 1 block. Do I need to do it the other way? Oh, okay, is that what I need to do? That might be what I need to do. Okay, so let's try our function again. Summon the Rabite. Now if we run this big long command, it doesn't do anything. Okay, so this is part of the command we need. So I need to copy that. Whew, that was a thing. It was a thing and a half. Okay, so we need another function, I guess. So we're going to say a new text file. We're going to go for another MC function. Okay. We're going to paste this in there. I'm going to get rid of the backslash. And we're going to say files, save as, I'm going to call this clear underscore rabite underscore models. So I can hit save. And then I can go into my tick function, right? So I'm going to open recent. Where's our tick function? This one. Not that one though, because that's for a different thing. This is also for a different thing. Right? Nope, that's that one. Okay. So we need to open file. Data. We're going to go Minecraft. Function. Dictation. The words. Then we're going to say we want this to also run the clear. Oh, I need to say Rabite mob. And then I'll do this and then clear underscore rabite underscore models. Did I spell that correctly? I don't think I did. MODELS. Yeah, it should be. Okay, so if I hit save then, I save that, and I say reload. If I hit this, oh my gosh, it worked. It's so cool. Yay. I like that. That's so freaking cool that that can work. So now we can just literally go like this. Spam a bunch of them real quick. Okay, if I grab a sword, and then I go into survival, they'll come after me, but I can boop them. I don't want it doing that, though. So the code's almost there. Okay. Obviously, I don't want you to do that. Don't do that, slimes. It obviously can't be doing that. So I do need to modify that. Okay, so what is wrong with this line of code? Oh, there's a slime. Get it! Where'd it go? I can't see it. There we go. So there's something slightly off, but at least it... Oh, I didn't do a limit. If I do limit equal 1, I think that'll do it. Let's try that. So we'll go to clear function. We just need to add after item display, comma, limit equal 1. Sure, I got that. LIMIT equal, yes. Okay, and it is an equal sign. Yes. Okay, so save that. Reload. Then we need to do the... Okay, so now if I smack 1. Okay. Yes, so it's just killing the one that I hit. But I'm still killing the slimes. Excuse me. Okay, that should go away though, because there's no slimes. Why are you still here? You shouldn't be existing right now. Okay, so now I can't even get rid of that one. Why? Because there are no slime nearby. So say effect, give, entity, type, slime, glowing. Yeah, there's no end. Okay. So I got a step in the right direction, but it's not quite working. What could I do? Okay. Well, for now, what I can do for this... Oh, it works, kinda. But that's still there, because that should be gone. So if I do another function... Rabite spawn, let's just see what happens. I can spawn that guy if I whack it. Oh, I can't have it be limited to 1, right? Because I need it to kill 7 of them. Let's try a limit of 7. Just out of curiosity, let's see what that does. I say 7, save it, reload. Let's time a bunch of them in. If I whack 1, yeah, it's a problem. So that's also not working. And it's still leaving 1 behind. Why is it still leaving it behind though? It's so weird. Well, we're in the step in the right direction though. It means we're this close again. What do I do then? There's something slightly off with this code for clearing, and if I do this, it's not going to even grab that anymore. But if I do this, that'll clear that one. Okay, so what is the difference between that and this? It's basically saying if there's not a slime nearby, do I need to change it from 1 to more? What if I say like, I guess I could do 5. Actually no, let's do like 2 maybe? None of that matters. Let's try saying if there's not a slime within maybe 2, just to see what that does. I got a bunch of them. If I whack 1, because a limit of 7 is just going to kill them all. Okay, so that obviously doesn't work. I need to have a limit of 1. Get the slimes, get them! Get them all yet? Okay. So reload again. Make sure there's a pile of them. Okay. Oh, they're being weird. They're super broken. They're not even doing their animations anymore. Oh, that's really broke. Okay, well, something I slightly tweaked really ruined that. What? Okay, we summoned one back in. And he's busted. He's completely busted. Why did he break suddenly? That I don't understand. What did I do that broke it? Because it was working fine before. Now it works fine. Yep, so that's working fine. So whatever that code did, it did weird things to it apparently. Which is really weird. Oh, it's because oh, because I forgot to do that. Okay. Okay, reload it. Oh, something broke again. Because something in the code is not... Oh, because I did that as well. Like a silly person. Okay, there we go. Functioning properly. I boop it. It doesn't actually kill the thing like I need it to. It's so weird. It was functioning. And then it decided it doesn't want to function anymore. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's think this through again. So we're executing at specifically that mob. Which I guess that could be the problem. That it's doing it based off of the tag. If I did it based off of a type, I guess I could try doing it a type that is item display. So we're going to say execute at entity that is an item display. If there is not a sign within one block, unless the entity is within one block, limit one kill. If I just say do at S, we're going to save it. And then we're going to say reload. Okay, so that worked, right? But the problem with that is it's going to just delete all item displays. So like if I were to say summon an item display, it would have been like it deleted. But it would work for this, where I can spawn a bunch of these guys. Okay, and then if I boop this one, it no longer has a slime near it, so it disappears. So that functions. It just deletes all item displays, so I won't be able to use item displays anywhere else. So how do I get it to only do... Because I think that what was happening before, it was doing specifically that one that is tagged that, and only the main body is tagged as that, where the rest of the item displays don't have that tag. So that makes me wonder if... Because I know I put a tag for this somehow through here, but where was the tag? I assume it's going to be in the blueprint settings. So I'm going to need to do stuff with this somehow. So definitely on track, I just need to refine it somehow. And I think this is what... Is this just the tag? Like, what's giving it the tag? I don't remember that part. How do I... It's going to be in the summon command. Okay. No, that's working based... This stuff's working off of that. Because now if I go back to this clear thing, and if I told it to do the tag of that again, so if I change this, and I say tag equal, I made a Java Rabite dot root, and I save that. We'll go ahead and not worry about this. We'll come back to here. We're going to reload. And we'll see how it reacts to this. I'm going to summon a bunch. And I do this. So if I whack this, see that's where it's having the issue. And I think you can tell Yeah, so that doesn't work at all. Because it leaves them all behind. Oh. But then I should be able to do the summon an item display. And that's still there. So I have a bit of a trick here that I have to figure out. Alright, well, I gotta figure that out somehow. So we're gonna put that on the list, I guess. I actually just need to clear all these. These are no longer necessarily needed because they're all gonna be, you know... So this thing here... I guess I can delete that. So I need... I have 2 options. Okay. This also would work based off that, because if the slimes despawn, it'll get rid of them. So just for temporary, we're going to test that real quick for the last little bit. If I say, oh wait, can I do type and... No. Oops. Oh, did that not? Okay, it should be functioning properly now because I just made it be the item frame thing. Item display. Did I do it incorrect? Summon. Item display. Yeah, so it should be type. Oh, do I need to have the Minecraft part in it? I don't think so. ITEM underscore DISP. Oh, I mistyped it. Okay. So now reload now, those should all delete. Okay, so that does work. I just can't. Okay, I'm gonna say current clear models, and then I could do an arrow. Kills all item displays. There, I got that saved for later. Alright, well, that's going to be it for the stream for the day, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to go ahead and get my little ending thing going here. And then I'm going to see if there's anybody to raid. We'll take a look. I believe there will be, but wait, let's see. Anybody? Don't have anyone currently. Alrighty. That's going to be it for Let's Make Secret Man in Minecraft for today. Thanks for watching.